Okay, I'm just going to check. Okay, it's recording. So this is what you did in class, and you had to finish. I don't think anybody finished. So the sum of 9, sum implies addition, and 9 plus x. 15 decrease implies subtraction. 15 minus p. 15 less than a number p. Well, 15 less than is subtraction again, p. But this is a turnaround word, so we're going to make it 15 minus p. Excuse me. 9 added to the number x. The product of 9 and the number x times x. And 15 divided by p, which if you did write it right, if you did, you can write it like this. Excuse me. Okay, somebody's getting sick. Yeah, just wait a second. I thought I had holes. So, alright, so let's lower this to the other half. And you got 3, oh, you want to write this as a statement. So this could be 3 minus a letter G. If you want to get fancy, you can write G less than 3. Okay, because it's going to be a turnaround, so make sure that, so G less than 3 is going to be G minus 3, and then if you turn around, it becomes 3 minus G. So here the same thing, G minus 3, or again, if you want to use the less than or subtracted from, so you can write 3 subtracted from G, and that's a turnaround. Okay, so that's going to be switched over. 15p, a lot of you are saying, well, there's no dot. Actually, you don't need a dot. I just put there so that you guys know that there's a dot. So if you don't see the dot, it still means multiplication. So you can write 15 times p, or you can write the product of 15 and p. So a lot of ways of writing this. 9 divided by x, 9 divided by x, the quotient of 9 and x. This also means multiplication, so the product of 3 and g. You can write 3 times g. The sum of 15 and p. P increased by p, 15 increased by p, and so forth. Okay. So that was the easier one. Let's go to the middle version. So 5 more than twice the number. So if you do it slowly, 5, there's your 5, there's your more than. Twice means 2 times. 2 times what? A number that we don't know. And again, 5 divided by what? 2 times the number. But I want you to write it like this. 5 divided by 2 times the number. Next one, 2 times the number. 2 times the number decreased by 5. Add 6 to 7 times what? So you're going to do 7 times y. I'm going to add 6. Add 6 to 7 times. So 6 plus 7 times y, same thing. Remember, addition is commutative. So if I do 6 plus 7y, it's the same thing. Subtract 6 from 7 times y. So here's 7 times y, and I'm going to take 6 away from that. Okay, subtract from is a turnaround word. Subtract from is a turnaround word. Okay. 4 times the sum of 3 and w. 4 times the sum of 3 and w. 3 plus w, sum. Now, if you leave it like this, this actually says 4 times 3 and then plus w, which is not what we want. We want to add these two and then multiply by 4. That's why we need the parentheses to protect the addition. now we're writing 3 times, this one is 3 times a letter W plus 4. Okay, this is not the sum of W plus 4. Okay, this actually is you multiplying 3 times W, finding the answer to that, and adding 4. Okay, next one, the quotient. You can start the quotient. Okay, the quotient of 30 and 7 times a number, a letter n, sorry. Okay, or 30 divided by 7n. Next one, 30. Sorry, that's 30 divided, or sorry, times 30 times 7. 30 times 7 times n. Because it's actually, this is multiplying this, which is eventually, so everything's going to be multiplied, because remember, there's multiplication here. In parentheses, it also means multiplication. So, or you can write 30 times the product of 7 and n. You can, okay, 30 times the product of 7 and n. Same thing. Here, 7 times n minus 30. You can write 30 less than the product of 7n. That's okay too. Here, make sure we're pretending. So we want to write here would be 2 times the sum of n plus 5. Sum of n and 5. Okay. All right. Or n plus 5, comma, times 2. That's also okay. 4 times a number we don't know called w. 4 times w minus 3. You want to get fancy? You can use turnaround words. You can say 3 less than 4 times w. That's okay too. Okay, now the more longer one. 4 times the sum of 2 and w. There is 4 times that, plus the product of 6 and w. 6 times w, that's what product means. 4 minus the product of 6 and w, so I'm multiplying two things. 6 times w plus 2. The product of 6 and w, so product means multiplication, 6 times w, subtracted from the sum of y and 2. Y and 2. The sum. I'll protect that with the parentheses. And then because subtracted from is turn around, so it's just going to be y plus 2 in parentheses minus 6w. 4 less than the sum of 2, so the sum again protecting parentheses, the sum of 2 and, so I'm going to add 2 plus 6 times the number. If I turn around, 2 plus 6y in parentheses, minus 4. 6 more than twice the number, 2 times the number y, so 2 times y. The product of 4, product is multiplication, so multiplying 4 and w. And I'm going to divide that by the sum of 6 and y. 6 plus y. Put that in parentheses if you like. So product of 4 and w, that 4 times w divided by the sum of 6 and 1. Keep it simple. 6 plus the product of 2 and y. You can say 6 plus 2 times y. Okay. Here we got the sum of 2 and w and y. Okay. Comma times the sum of 4, and W. Okay, so let's see. Next one. Oof. So we can go 4 times what? The sum, no, the difference, sorry. The difference, right, of 6 and y, comma, plus 2. Next one's a decimal, so is 6.2 or 6 and 2/10. Oh my god, 6 and, oh, I'll actually write this, 6 and 2/10 times, I'll multiply that times the what? Times the difference of 4 and y. Now we have division. Okay, so the quotient, what are we dividing? We're dividing, so the quotient, the division of the quotient of 2 times a number, right? 2 times a number, and 4, comma, minus 6. Or you could have just said 2 times a number divided by 4, comma, minus 6. The sum of 4 times y and 2, comma, divided by 6 and 2/10. All right, sorry about my handwriting. Okay, but if you hear my voice, you can definitely figure it out. Okay, so that was the one that had 3 levels.